Alright, let's see what we picked up here. Yeah. Nice little Husky. Let's get it inside and check it out. Well, first I think we're gonna have to clean her up a little bit here. Let's make sure there's no critters before we put it inside. Let's say we get some of this cleaned up here. Looks like it's been sitting for a minute. Oh, goodness gracious. It's got moss on there. Let's go get the leaf blower. Well, let's see what's behind door number 1. Please, no critters. I got a feeling we're gonna see some critter activity behind here. Not as much behind here, but yeah, behind the shroud is almost always. Let's see what we're working with here. Not too bad. I see no one knows how to clean a filter. That's for sure. Usually they get in that little hole right there and they come up and they make a nest right in here. This has definitely been outside, maybe underneath a tree, because there's a lot of dirt, like soil dirt. So it's been outside chilling out. Yeah, not a bad looking little mower. This episode of Lewis Mowers and Boats is sponsored by Super Clean. Please use as directed. That foaming action gets in all the little spots where your traditional sprayer like this one can get into the really hard spots. So you hit it with the double action. Everywhere you can think that needs to be cleaned, let it sit a little bit, use as directed, and let's see the results. right, once again, Super Clean did not disappoint. I love that product. Oh yeah. Yep, it's gonna be a nice little mower. It's a little dark. I got it in the shade. We're gonna take this panel off right here. It's a 3/8. There's some more in the front here. When you take these panels off, your hood is going to come with it. So just be aware of that. But we want to be able to get in there, any kind of surprises that come up, things that we would potentially miss in the initial inspection. So yeah. There's another bolt inside here. It is a 7/16. There you go. All right, now we can really get in there. Back to 3/8 again. This is where they hide at, so be aware. I was watching my buddy Noel's channel, and he said, like Brock says, anybody home? Be sure to check his channel out. He's a good guy. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers. He deserves it. That guy works very hard. Very hard. All right. So. Kind of like how you know no one's been in there. These are almost always missing. These are, if you want to take the motor out and work on the motor outside the unit, these are the little hooks, lifting hooks. Okay, here's a moment of truth here. Anybody home? Oh, nobody home on that side. Nobody home on that side. Awkward. Ladies and gents, I think we are safe to say we can bring it into the shop. Boy, I tell you, my show should be called Dead Batteries and Flat Tires. Okay, well, now that we got the shroud off, we might as well just take it off all the way. So when we do our second round of inspections, it's not in the way. We're just going to be looking for obvious signs of rodent activity, of course, which we've already covered. Let's get some kind of a battery test going first. Let's see if our battery is any good. Okay. Now, positive on that side, negative on that side. Nothing. Not an inkling. Yeah. It doesn't even look like the right kind of battery. This is the reason why I do second inspections. Look at that. That ain't no good. All right. So, this one right here has that. I might have one of these actually. I may have one of these laying around. Yeah. Might not even have to take the starter off. Let me look. Yep. Sure do. Pays to be a hoarder. First, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can just get this off of there, because there's like a little C-ring right here, and this whole assembly will come off. Take the other C-ring off the other one, put it on that one, and we don't have to get that flywheel off. Getting that flywheel off sometimes is a bear, and if you can avoid that, then that's good. Be very careful. Been many times wow, that thing is on there. But we might have to take that other thing off of there. Let me get us something else in there. See that little C-ring there? Gotta get that to come off of there. Wear eye protection because this thing goes flying. There she comes. There we are. See that little ring there? So, take the top of this off of here. I might have to do a little prying. It looks like somebody tried to get this off before. It's all bent up. Huh. Looky there. Would you looky there? Oh, there we are. Come on. Don't be shy now. Yeah, it's got a big rust ring around the top there. It's not letting that loose. Yeah, now I see why somebody had a problem getting that off. There she goes. There she goes. Well, we'll just take everything off of there that we see that's damaged on this one for the other one. Let's see. 'Cause this one, it has, you see how it goes like this? You got to get it right about there. There she goes. Okay. Now, wow, that thing has been making a racket for a minute. See, the reason why I'm doing it this way is because this bolt right here is okay. You can get to that one, but that one back there, it's underneath the flywheel. And sometimes those flywheels are a little bit hard to get off. And everyone doesn't have the equipment to get it off. So I'm going to show you how to just do it this way. Okay, before we assemble, I'm going to go ahead and clean that up a little. Oh yeah, that looks better. We're just cleaning the metal part off. All right, now put our gear on. Get it into the little grooves. Then rotate your flywheel a little bit. Let it get down in there. Come on. Let me give you a little bit of better view. Yeah, call me lazy, but I've been waiting for an opportunity to show people this little trick. I don't know. Let it fall down in there a little bit. Rotate it back and forth so those teeth that go in there. Sometimes you have to back this back bolt out a little bit more to get your clearance, whatever you're comfortable with. But immediately after you get this done, please tighten that back bolt. Very important. That'll really mess up your unit if you don't remember to get that back bolt put back in place there. There we go. Okay, now rocking back and forth a little bit. Let it drop down in there. There you go. Just like that. Alright. Now, before I even mess around with this, I'm going to go ahead and tighten up that back bolt. I cannot stress enough how important that is. Alright. Both bolts are nice and tight. And put your spring on right there. Then put your crush washer on there. And then there your little hat thing, I call it, you know. Got to get that over that little groove. And then put your little C-ring back on there. What I like to do is I like to put it on there where my opening is pointing toward me, so I can take a pair of needle nose or something and tighten that up. Tighten that up a little bit. Let me go get a screwdriver. But yeah, you hold the front of it and tap the back of it and get it down inside that groove again. I got my musty one hammer out. Very cool. Alright, let's see here. Very easy to get you over here. It's very easy to lose that little clip. Be careful. Hold it like that. Get it started on one side, kinda. However you want to do it, just be careful. Take your time. There's one side. And I'm just going to tap very lightly on the other side. There you go. Make sure it's in the groove. I'm going to go ahead and get my needle nose vice grips and kind of tighten that up a little bit. Then we'll see if we got us a little running machine here. Yeah. All right, got the door open. Now, we got the shroud off of there. Let's hold our dipstick tube down. Make sure there's no wires in the way. And that, please be careful of this part. If you don't feel comfortable doing it like this, put the shroud back on and that. But, all right, old girl, let's see what you got. Got the door open. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that smoking was that PB blaster that I had in there. Not smoking now. All right, let's put it back together. All right, I'll show you a little trick that I do. I got this strap on there. I just click it just a little bit. Until it starts to, there you go. I think it already did it. There you go. There you go. Now, that thing is nice and, there you go. Simple as that. Okay, now that we got that going, let's test out that blade engagement. But first we have to start it up, and I gotta take the jumper cables off of there. The battery's still not charged. $50 is looking like the right price now, huh? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so I took off that plate there. Now, there's a bunch of moving parts that need to be lubed up. Kind of hard to get in there, but yeah, there's a lot of moving parts that need to be lubed up. It's been sitting for a while. You can tell by the way it rusted up. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just douse down everything that's moving for the shifter and everything that's in there, because if that's locking up, some of the other components are probably locking up also. Not too bad. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Another successful repair. Remember, it's just nuts and bolts, and God bless.